Hello everyone, welcome to today's class. So it's the shorter class and the sequence today is going to be all floor based, so there's going to be no standing up or standing postures. It's going to be a sequence that focuses on allowing you to feel calm, centered and grounded. So please feel free to grab anything that you need for the practice, blankets and that, or blocks will be handy if that's what you use. And then we'll come all the way down to the floor and we'll start off lying down, and we are going to have our legs bent if that's good for you to do. So the legs are going to be bent. You're going to have your feet just a little way apart, the arms resting down by the sides of the body, making sure that the head's not rolling back, that the chin's tucked in slightly, letting the shoulders really relax, letting the arms just rest wherever it is good for you to rest. And just take a moment to feel your connection with the earth. Be aware of the back of the head and the connection from here. Be aware of the arms and the back of the shoulder blades, and maybe the fingers or the hands where that's touching the earth. Take your attention down your back and notice what section of the back and the spine is in contact with the earth, and where you notice maybe just that little bit of space and a gap. Be aware of your back of your pelvis and the hips. And then be aware of your feet, be aware of your whole of the foot, be aware of your big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and the little toe. Be aware of the whole of the foot and your toes, and just feel grounded right now with the earth. Allow your face to relax and soften. Try and rest your tongue. If your tongue is pressing up into the roof of the mouth, just relax it. Maybe swallow a couple of times so that the neck and the throat feels really nice and relaxed. And then just focus on your breath. Be aware of that gentle rise and fall of the breath. And then allow your hands to just gently place onto the belly area. Be really aware to keep your shoulders nice and relaxed. Don't let them lift. Let your elbows relax. Let your hands just soften. Feel your deep connection to your breath just by being aware of that. Just that very gentle rise and fall with every inhale, every exhale that you make. So you may have been feeling very busy with stuff at the moment. It might be with your job, or you might be trying to fit things in. It might be that you have other people to look after, and knowing that now this time is for yourself. A time to rebalance, a time to centre, a time to be in the present moment. Allow yourself to take some breaths, breathing in through the nose, noticing that gentle rise of the belly. And as you breathe out, feeling that softness of the belly. Just feeling that gentle rise as we breathe in through the nose. And that gentle softness of the belly as we breathe out. And just take this time in your own time, a few more moments. And without forcing, without straining the breath at all, just see if you can find your natural length of your inhales and your exhales. You might like to just feel with that inhale, notice that very last bit of your inhale. And that very last bit of your exhale. Notice where the inhale first starts and follow it right up until the last bit of that inhale. And then notice where that exhale starts and follow it right through to where that exhale finishes. Just stay there, just see if you can follow that, where the start and the stop is of every inhale and of every exhale. And you'll find by doing this, you'll create your own natural length. Just be in there a few more moments. And then making this your last round. And then once you've done, release the arms. You can stretch the arms out behind you. It might feel nice now to allow the legs to lengthen out and just have a nice stretch. And you might have just a gentle move about from side to side, just getting a bit of stretch into the sides of the body, a bit of a piston action going on with your hips and the legs as we just gently move from side to side. And then releasing, let your legs bend, hug your knees in towards the chest from here. Allow yourself to take your knees and your feet a little bit wider and just slowly rock from side to side. And you might find it feels nice really to slow it down so that you start to release more to one side, let yourself roll over, come back to the centre, and then feeling that roll to the other side. So rolling and this rocking movement is very soothing, it's very calming, so it can bring us back to our centre if we're feeling stressed, if we're feeling anxious, if we're feeling a bit overwhelmed with maybe the busyness of life right now. And then slowly allowing ourselves to come back to the centre. Hands can come behind the back of the legs. Just allowing the legs to have a really nice stretch from here. You just keep hold of the legs, drawing them just gently towards you. Feet and legs are slightly separated and just make a few circles with your ankles. Let your chin tuck in slightly so that the back of the neck stays nice and long. And then circling out in that other direction from here. Allow the legs to bend and then taking the feet down to the floor and let your feet be as wide as the mat. And we'll take a nice cactus arms approach from here just to let your shoulders soften a bit more. So bending the arms, take the back of the hands onto the floor, feeling the palms up towards the sky. Going to take an inhale and as you breathe out, knees drop to the right, rolling onto edges of the feet. Heads can move to the left side. Just stay with your breath. Use your inhale to ease you up. Use your exhale to drop them to the other side. And just stay focused. Really stay connected to the breath. So you're allowing yourself to match up these movements to the breath. So the yoga can bring so many benefits depending on what way we're working. So this is definitely being connected to the breath, feeling things just slowing down more. Giving the mind something to focus on so we can always return back to that anchor, that breath, and feeling centred again. So the next time that your knees drop to the right side, you're going to hold it here. And you might like the option of picking up that right leg, taking it across that left thigh just to feel nice, more of a stretch across that left side. If it works, you can keep that foot where it is, head back to the centre and just start to lift back up. So your left leg is back to the floor, adjust it, the other foot's still across. And we're going to come into the eye of the needle. So you're going to just take your right hand and place it and onto the front, the outside of that right knee and just ease it across the body. You might step that left foot in slightly, make sure that it's facing to the front. The other hand can just rest on the thigh. If it feels nice, we can lift up that leg. We can take our hands behind your thigh from here. And allowing that other leg, left foot can relax. And you might just take a gentle rock from side to side from here. Just to start to ease into any tightness, making sure that the chin stays in, tucked in. And then coming back to the centre, let your left leg lengthen up from here. Give it a nice stretch. Take a nice full breath, and as you breathe out, Bend that leg, release the arms, take that foot back down to the floor. Finding cactus arms again, and we're going to slowly take your feet as wide as the mat, and then just dropping the knees again from side to side. Using your inhale to come back to the centre. Using your exhale to drop the knees to one side. Allowing the head to turn in the opposite direction to your knees. And then the next time that your knees have dropped over towards that left side, holding it here, and you might like to lift up that left leg, take it across that right thigh. Just pause for a moment, just breathing in to any tightness, any areas that you feel might just be a little bit tense or tight right now. Use your breath to release. And then coming back to the centre, you can keep that foot where it is across that right thigh. You can move that foot in a little bit closer, right foot. Your left hand is going to just ease that knee away. Right hand can just rest on the leg or the belly, wherever feels good. And then we're going to lift up the right leg, and you might allow yourself to thread your hands through to the back of that leg. We can make that left foot active, but relax your right leg and your right foot. Taking a very gentle rock from side to side, making sure that your chin stays in nice and tucked in. Coming back to the centre, we'll lift up your right leg from here and stretching that up towards the sky just for a few breaths. And then allowing ourselves to bend that leg, replacing that foot back down to the floor and moving that foot across. Going to hug both knees in towards the chest and just gently rocking from side to side. You're going to roll over when you're ready onto the right side of the body, and then coming all the way up into a easy seated position from here. You're going to let your hands reach out to the side, and we'll do some really nice grounding breaths. So we'll take an inhale, raising the arms, bringing the palms together, and breathing out, hands down towards the chest. Going to inhale, raising the arms, bringing the palms together. Exhale, hands in towards the chest. One more time, inhale to lift, and exhale to bring your hands back from here. Going to release the hands. We're going to take the right arm down to the side, raising that top one, inhale, and as you breathe out, reaching that arm up and over, bending into that bottom arm, and just feeling and breathing into that stretch on that left side of the body. Moving back to centre, your left hand comes down, your right arm lifts up, and breathing out, easing it up and over, bending into that left arm. Just staying focused with the breath, breathing, releasing, letting go. Coming back to the centre, palms together, take an inhale and breathing out, guiding the hands back towards the chest. And allow yourself to release and bring the soles of the feet together. You can allow in yourself to move them in if it feels good. You can support if you need to. You can just hold just around the ankles or the legs. You're just going to take a slow rock to your left side. You can lift that right side. And then inhale, come back to the centre. Breathing out over towards that other side. Inhale, back to the centre. Exhale, dropping that left knee down, lifting the right. Inhale, coming back to the centre last time. Over to the left side, lifting that left side. And then inhale, coming back to the centre. Take a few breaths just to focus on relaxing your hips from here. And then allowing ourselves to take the hands behind us, fingers pointing in, palms down. We're going to lift the chest from here and just take a few nice focused breaths into your chest, feeling space in the back. You don't need to lift the head too far, just a nice alignment of the neck. And then coming all the way back to the centre. Going to release the legs one at a time to allow them to lengthen out from here. You're going to allow yourself to take your hands either side of the feet. You're going to inhale, and as we breathe out, we're going to start to come forward over the legs. You're going to reach the arms forwards. We can take hold of the feet or the ankles, or we might even be coming up high from here. We're just going to soften and fold, letting the head release and taking a few focused breaths, breathing into any tight parts of the body. Shoulders nice and soft and relaxed. Maybe just releasing your head gently from side to side. And then slowly releasing, coming back. Just dropping the knees to one side and then coming into an all fours position. Now take an inhale, and as you breathe out, you're going to press into the hands, bringing weight back towards your sit bones, your heels. And then inhale, slowly coming back. And you do this, breathing out to come back. Inhale to come forward. Feel grounded as you do this. Breathing out to ease back. And inhale to come forward. Last one, breathing out to come back. Inhale to come forward. And then this time, as we breathe out, releasing into the child's pose. Take the arms for a moment in front of you. Let your head release. And then bring the arms, if you can, down by the sides of the body. So that the palms stay up. Shoulders are nice and relaxed from here. And just feel that stillness, that calmness of the pose. Nice, long, slow breaths. And then slowly allowing ourselves to come back, lifting up. Bringing hands forwards, lowering all the way down to the bellies from here. So we come all the way down. We allow ourselves to take the arms nice and wide, hands spread into a Sphinx pose. We're looking down. We're going to inhale slowly, lifting up into our Sphinx pose. You can either keep the gaze down or look slightly forward. Just stay connected with the feet and the legs, feeling them nice and heavy. Just feeling that you're just bringing a bit of energy into the body with this nice back bend. And then coming all the way down. And then just allowing yourself to roll over so that you roll over onto your back from here. You're going to take your right knee in towards the chest, drawing it in and allowing your left leg to lengthen from here. Take a few moments just to encourage your shoulders to relax and release. And then we're going to take that foot onto your left leg. You're going to take your left hand to the outside of the knee, right arm out to the side. And then encourage that knee to move towards the left side. And maybe allowing our heads to turn towards that right side. Nice, long, slow breaths. And then coming back to the centre, bending both legs, feet to the floor. Going to hug this time your left knee in towards the chest and extending, if it works for the body, out with the right leg. Tucking your chin in slightly and just taking a few nice, long, slow breaths. Just feeling everything connecting to the earth. When we stay low, when we stay in a floor sequence, we feel more connection and grounded to the earth. You're going to place that foot onto the right leg, right hand onto the outside of your left leg, left arm out to the side, and take that knee across that right side of the body. You can turn and gaze over towards that left side. Nice, long, slow breaths. And then slowly coming back with the head, coming back with the legs. Hugging both knees in towards the chest. Just pause for a moment, take the feet nice and wide. and hips wide, and taking that rock from side to side, and just see if you can take a bit of weight as you release over to one side and then back to the centre, and then rolling over to the other side. Placing the feet back to the floor, legs bent, taking the feet a bit wider, and then just let your knees drop in from here and let your hands press gently, connecting down towards the belly area. Feel how nice this feels for the back to release, tucking chin in slightly. And just connect to the breath again, not changing it. Just see if you can be aware of your rise and fall of the breath. And feeling with that short practice that you've connected to the body, you've come back to a place of feeling centred, of feeling present, of feeling calm. That we've rebalanced the mind and the body. Slowly release the hands and then dropping your knees over towards the right side, rolling onto that right side, and slowly coming back to an easy seated position. Gonna take your palms facing down from here and take a moment just to pause, feeling the effects of feeling very centered, feeling very grounded right now. Whenever we have our palms facing down on the knees, this brings more feeling of feeling grounded. Just allow yourself to bring your palms together now, bring them in towards the heart centre. Take a soft bow down with the head and start to allow the eyes to blink open. And inhale, lifting your head, lifting your heart. Namaste. Thank you for joining me today, and I hope you really enjoyed that sequence to help you feel centred and grounded and calm.